Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to the 2v2 Herbs tournament. Oh my God, talking is hard. My name is Bax. We have an excellent match to start off here with Chicago AJ versus Rapid and Nico. With me is Liquor Bagels in the casting booth behind the scenes. Rolf bringing all the action. Liquor Bagels, are you ready for this?
I am ready. I could not be more excited for this. This is like the most insane tournament that I would ever have a privilege of casting. Over $5,800 is the prize pool at this moment in Chicago, not wasting a second. Getting the action started 6 seconds into the game, already has a banger. AJ styling off the ceiling in Chicago from the sidewall. Blast that one in. Folks, welcome. Ranked Hoops 4th anniversary. This is going to be an absolute treat. Hope you guys are enjoying the action.
We're going into our cross kick here. Rapid versus Chicago. AJ to take a touch here. And now Nico's going to have to get back on the defensive end. AJ underneath trying to get that ball towards the front of the net. Chicago going to keep the pressure on. So far, an early lead. Chicago getting a little fancy here. Going to actually get this pass off to AJ. They're definitely playing a little bit of control game early on here. Willing to make that pass back. Reset underneath. Rapid is up off the ceiling and making a play early. AJ, tough angle. Gets blocked. Chicago is waiting on the far wall. 30 seconds down, and already you can see the pace of this game. This could be what we're going to see all of this top 8. Nico might have an answer off the ceiling, down and in. No, off the rim, but it still trickles in. 1-1 in this first game.
That rim can be real sneaky there. Nico does really nicely to send that powerfully off the ceiling, bouncing down on the rim, and AJ just not able to get the read. Chicago may have had a chance to save that, but too little too late as the ball falls in his net, and we have an equalizing goal. So, Bax, I mean, we have an action-packed Sunday, a tournament Sunday, championship night. And honestly, we're going to be having banger matchups all day, but I was looking at like the round 1 matchups, and I was, the fact that neither of these teams we can't have both of these teams in the championship was kind of a bummer to me, because this is an absolute banger of a match to start things off. 3 professional Rocket League Championship Series players, and Nico, who is a 7-time #1 ranked Rocket League Hoops player. This is going to be an absolute heck of a match, and Nico showing why he's the best in the business, dropping a dime in, giving his team an early lead here.
We are looking at what could be every single game being a grand finals. That's the kind of talent. That's what this term is going to be, to your point. And we are going to have to, sadly, give 7 of these teams a non-victory. Down in front, AJ! Tried to slam it home, but it's going to be Chicago keeping the pressure on. Rapid over to the left. Nico's going to grab boost underneath. They're going to be both attacking from the same side. This could be dangerous. Nico with the demo. That's going to set up Rapid. Rapid tried to flick this one on target. AJ needs a save, but no! Rapid is going to put it in. 3-1, 3:33 up on the clock. Maybe a little bit of the dunkhouse prowess from Rapid and Nico is coming out early in game number 1 of this best of 5.
Yeah, I'm surprised that AJ wasn't able to come up with that save. I'm sure he wishes he had another shot at that, because, that's a pretty run-of-the-mill save for anyone that has, had any experience playing hoops. Bouncing pretty gently off the backboard. He had an opportunity to clear that out, but he just wasn't able to make the right read. And unfortunately, that will give the insurance goal to I Spank Myself. And what a team name from them. I'm just going to lean into that one. There's really no getting around the fact that the way that they made their name, it's going to read like that every time. So, I think I just might need to say it again, just so that you guys have your fun, and then we can we can move past it. So let me just I Spank Myself. Okay, take it away.
Yo, your pronunciation immaculate. Rapid is going to be looking to put in goal number 4 here. That's going to be off the left. AJ credit with the save. Nico actually gets a little bit of a side flip off. A little bit of pressure from AJ on the backside here. Chicago's going to try to lift this one up over the rim. Well defended from Rapid. Rapid making really early challenges. Something I'm noticing about their play so far in this game, they are up off the ceiling, up off the wall. They're in the air. They're trying to make the challenge and put pressure and not give any space to Chicago and AJ. You got to believe that if you give space to either of these players on this Phase 2 team, this FaZe Clan and G2 hybrid, they're going to be able to score. And we've already seen that once. They're just putting that one on target towards the far side. We got to say, so far, the rim has not been the friend of Phase 2.
Yeah, we've been having some issues with players. The ball's bouncing unpredictably off the rim on their own side, and then, it's keeping the ball out on the other side. So, yeah, I think that they just might need to be a little bit more precise with their shooting. Maybe they just need to adjust to the dunk house, the size of the hoop. But definitely, I think it's a bit of a slow start for Chicago and AJ. Nico and Rapid, they had their ups and downs yesterday, but they are looking very strong in this first game. So we'll see if they can continue. I'm sure AJ and Chicago will be looking for answers to this game very soon.
Chicago gonna put that one a little bit too far. Off the challenge, off the 50. That's gonna be to the right side. Nico might be looking for another one here. 145. This is a best of 5, best of 7 up in the grand finals. You're gonna see best of 5s, and we do have a B stream going. As a reminder, Red and Swaggles are running a couple matches to make sure all the action is on screen for you guys. You can check that out if you want to see the other matches as well. Equally as contested as this one. Nico with a touchdown.
Oh.
They are caught off guard. AJ and Chicago on their heels. Nico puts in 4-1.
That was such a close angle there on the backboard. I don't think Chicago and AJ predicted or knew how to defend against that kind of shot. Nico, just perfect placement, taking it really close to that inside rim and just absolutely buries it. 3-goal lead with a minute and a half left is going to be a very difficult one for Chicago and AJ to come back from.
It looked like they actually tried a little bit of a friendship there, getting up to that ball as quickly as possible. And this is going to be Chicago now. Out of the side, looking to get this one up over the top. Look at Rapid, already up for that one. Nico's going to take it underneath. AJ was up, looking for the pre-for. That's going to be Chicago putting it on target. Rapid already on that defensive rotation, up to the backboard. Shots on target, needs to be saved. Nico with the save. And Nico, we got to say, if you want to talk about defensive plays, holy smokes, you better get ready. Nico's going to be full of them. They get another save there. They're still trying to get this through. 4-1. 1 minute to go in game number 1 of this best of 5. Rapid and Nico might just put it number 5. Rapid is through. Nico with the hat trick. Rapid with 2. 5-1. Liquor Bagels. We are moving away in game number 1.
Yeah, and I'm surprised at the pace of this game. We saw the early goal coming out from Chicago to give Phase 2 the lead about, like, what was it, 4 seconds into this game? And then the last 5 goals have been by I Spank Myself unanswered. And I think that AJ in Chicago, I think maybe Nico and Rapid sort of already figured out their play style. But, at the beginning of the match, they were looking very strong. They were looking like they were doing freestyling almost. They were having a lot of very mechanical plays, some flip resets coming out, but now it seems like, that rim is causing problems for them, and they just can't seem to figure out a counter to Rapid and Nico's playstyle.
What'll be interesting to see as this series continues is how Chicago and AJ adapt and start to make changes, because being at the caliber of play that they are going to be able to make those changes pretty quick. Look at the deflection from Chicago trying to hit that back corner. 10 seconds to go. Are they going to put one more up on the board here just to show we're going somewhere? Rapid's going to get a touch. Try to disrupt that, though. That will touch down. Game number 1. What do you think, Liquor? Do you think that we're going to see, because Rapid and Nico, a lot of experience in the dunk house, maybe Chicago and AJ are going to start to adapt pretty quickly, and as the games continue, start to make some changes?
Yeah, I think that AJ and Chicago, I think they're trying to play a bit more like slow, calculated, and mechanical approach to these games. And I think that Nico and Rapid are just going to try to, put a lot of pressure on them, hold their feet to the fire, make sure they're not able to get as much boost as they would like, and probably, knowing Nico, add a little bit of that physical element, those bumps, those demos to, really irritate the Phase 2 team and not let them break out on offense. So, not only are these teams are both like very strong offensive teams, but if I Spank Myself can like hold Phase 2 on their own half and not even let them get an opportunity to attack, I think that they might feel a bit smothered, and that could pay to I Spank Myself's benefit.
A shot total is actually very similar. 7 saves even from I Spank Myself. That is a very like good stat line. So the pressure certainly was there, but not the finish. And I think you're right. I think we certainly are going to have to see what happens in game number 2 here. We're back into it. AJ Chicago, Nico Rapid. It's a pretty intense lobby here, and this is just the first series, ladies and gentlemen. Every single series worthy of a grand finals. So there's going to be action. Thank you for tuning in today on the Ranked Hoops channel. Let's go to a direct kick here underneath the hoop. Wrap it up versus Chicago. Nico already underneath. Very quick. Very greedy touch here. Good. Looking for a second one. AJ's going to be over on the left side. You can see the car change there for AJ. Wanting a little bit more of that hitbox and that length. That's going to be a shot opportunity from Nico. Off the near bar. Rapid puts it on target again. Relentless pressure equals an early goal.
Yeah, it's like I said, they're just really smothering Chicago and AJ. The ball is like, if it's not directly above their net, it's pretty near to it, and it's always in a threatening position. So they're always on their heels trying to defend against it. So yeah, like I said, I think that Nico and Rapid just need to keep up that pressure, because they'll be able to get rapid fire goals if they don't give Chicago and AJ any room to breathe.
See what you did there. That was well done. Rapid's up for it. Looking for another touch and another one. It's going straight down.
What a save!
Off the wall by AJ. What a save. certainly worthy. That's going to be Nico. Not quite getting the pressure they need. The very corner of that hitbox to get that up over the rim. It's going to be AJ now over to the right side, looking to put this one on target. Oh, right off the top of the rim. This actually could be an opportunity. Chicago's coming in over to the left. Nico, the save off the backboard. Fundamental for Nico there. Look at AJ just carry this one forward. The flip reset too. That's disgusting. Chicago the shot. What a play. 1-1. We're tied.
What? AJ is nuts. He had like 2 boosts left, goes for the flip reset. Nico challenges and pops it in the air for Chicago. It looks like maybe in an alternate dimension, Rapid would have been able to get that save. But well done by phase 2. It looks like they may be starting to find their stride, but I mean, we just are going to see I Spank myself putting loads of pressure on them and continue to do so. So we'll see if they can, find, continued opportunities to break out. But Rapid, a nice shot there. Nico following it up over the orange net. AJ clears it out, and Rapid will try to set up another attack.
AJ's going to go ahead and steal this boost, and Chicago's actually going to grab mid. So that's 2 boosts down on that far right side. So if they're making an attack, the shot has to be now. Chicago does well to defend it. They're going to be attacking without much boost here, so they're probably going to have to rotate out, but they're just going to keep turning on this ball, just like you said. They aren't going to relent at all. They're going to try to keep the ball on the other side. Clearly, if Chicago or AJ has time and boost, they're going to be able to do something. Is this going to be a double tap? No. Nico already up there to defend it. Now the opportunity for a shot. Actually just tries to catch him out of position on a long ball up through neutral. Off the backboard. That's going to bounce into a dangerous spot here. Needs to be defended. Chicago doing a smart job there underneath the ball. Making sure that wasn't going to get stuffed underneath. AJ now from this position. The bump Rapid with the save. We are going back and forth, exchanging blows, it seems. Almost like a ones match here. As we are going to go back to AJ up to the front side. That's going to be Chicago with a touch up over the front. No. AJ, 1 touch, 2. Looks to keep the hitbox in front. They've already adapted. They're already changing. The pressure's on Nico. An incredible save to keep it tied.
See, the thing is, even if phase 2 is able to find some breakout offense, which, lately in this game, it seemed like they've been finding their stride, looking incredible. But Nico's defense is something to behold. We give a lot of credit to the ability of these players to make creative offensive plays, but being able to defend those plays is a whole different story. And Nico so often does it without fail, and he has another opportunity to put those skills on display here. He gets a great save, but AJ will have a follow-up opportunity off the ceiling. He gets the reset. Oh, and it's set wide. Chicago now trying to follow it up, pops it up. It's a nice flick, but Rapid clears it from the backboard and sends it all the way downfield.
Rapid trying to keep the pressure going. Chicago's going to flick this one up into a defensive position, a little bit awkward, but they do keep this at a 1-1 scoreline. Definitely not the runaway we saw in game number 1 already. Making adaptations in game number 2. Nico tries to go. Look at the soft touch from Nico. The softest on eggshells, that touch. 2-1 lead.
He's just gliding a bowl of cream just gently over the rim. Drops it nicely in the front. Very tough to defend because you're not sure whether that ball is going to, bounce hard off the rim, whether it's going to skim a little bit and, alter its trajectory. So, very well placed by Nico to just drop that one in, not give the defender time to react. And Rapid now looking for another shot opportunity. It's over Nico's head. This could be an opportunity for phase 2. Chicago is up, gets a shot. AJ looking for a bump, gets a bump on Rapid, but Nico is there to clear it out. Oh my gosh, what an action-packed match we have on our hands, folks.
Nico and Rapid are trying to mount a counterattack here off of the little bit of confusion that came out of neutral. That's going to be flicked up over AJ, playing that perfectly. That's going to be a touch towards center. Chicago is there. It's going to be Rapid as well. Chicago waited for it. They're going to wait. They're going to look for another touch. No, down to center. AJ pumps this up into the air. That's going to be dangerous. Nico, no, it's actually going to be back, kind of tussling with Chicago, and Chicago removed by Rapid. Rapid off the wall, looking for one more touch. It's going to be up to the ceiling. Is Nico up to the task? No, This could be it. Chicago has put it in from distance. 2-2. 1:14 on the clock in game 2.
I think, this game is looking much better for Chicago and AJ. They do so well. Even after the recent disruption where Rapid was able to demolish Chicago, Chicago respawns quickly and gets the perfect counterattack opportunity and ensures the equalizer for his team. Now, a minute to play. Will we see one team take an edge in this game, or will we have overtime on our hands, folks? We'll see here as Chicago and AJ are both up, saved out by Rapid. Nico takes over, but he misses, and now Rapid will have to get possession. Tries to pop it over AJ. It's read nicely. AJ out towards the center. Nico pops it up into the corner, tries to get another touch, settles for boost instead, and is cleared out by Chicago.
Looking to carry this one forward. 2 blue players up in neutral. That's going to be Nico trying to get this cut. They may have been actually holding on to that, thinking AJ was going to read the pop going up. Instead, That is going to be defended and back the other direction. AJ, opportunity. Look at the reads from Nico and Rapid right now. Up in the air. That's going to bounce off the net. Oh, the bump comes through from the back to disrupt that play. But Rapid is still here. Looking to put that one on target. No. AJ now over to the right. That's going to pop up. Is Chicago up to the task over there? No. Nico's going to get the first touch on that. Chicago playing a little bit passive there. That's going to be off. That could be it. And it is. Rapid 3-2 punishes the rotation and takes a lead.
Now, AJ was in the blue corner, steals the boost, gets a demo on Nico, but that leaves Chicago alone to defend against Rapid, who does nicely to bury that right in the front of the net. You know, we expected a physical play out of Nico and Rapid, but we've seen a lot more developing in this game too. The demos, the bumps from phase 2. So we need to see them get a little bit more physical. They're needing to find an equalizer here. Only 10 seconds to play. Chicago pops it up, cleared out by Rapid. Rapid trying to bury it in the orange half, like make sure they have no opportunity to score, but Chicago will get another opportunity here. Flicks it over AJ off the backboard, and Chicago's up. He hits the dunk off the front of the rim. Oh my, Chicago pops it up. Has one more opportunity, it may look like. AJ's up, defended by Rapid into the corner. Chicago trying to keep it alive. Rapid trying to hit it to the ground. AJ comes across, hits it off the front of the net, and it will drop. Ice Bank myself gets the 2-game advantage. What an ending. Holy cow, Bex. Can you believe it?
It's the third rim from height that we have seen from the Chicago AJ combo, something where if they can calibrate that, those are goals for sure, and they're just not quite where they need to be on target. Insane play, 2-0 lead in this best of 5 moving into the semifinals. Rapid and Nico versus Chicago and AJ. So far, no shortage of shots. Look at the offense, only 1 save from either of these teams. In your opinion, in game number 2 compared to game number 1, we certainly saw a difference in the scoreline. Do you feel like we saw enough of a difference from phase 2 to show that they were actually contending a little bit more and maybe have a shot at game 3?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. They were starting to figure out, not only on offense, but also on defense. They were not getting pummeled as hard as as hard as they were in game 1. And they were starting to be able to defend those shots, place their positioning on defense improved as well. And, their offensive opportunities were looking crazy. They had some flip reset options, some backboard bumps. And I think that they're going to be looking to put that all on display here as we get into game number 3.
And as those heat maps were up for you guys so you could see them, yes, it did look like they spent more time in the air than the ground. And I guess that makes sense in the dunk house. It'll be Rapid versus AJ to start us off. Nico is going to go ahead and wait. They're actually going to give a lot of room here to Chicago. Playing a very smart play. They're just going to go off the backboard, get that hitbox in the way, and Rapid off the wall, looking for the tuck. They get it off the backboard. No! AJ does get a touch there, but it is still a dangerous position. Rapid and Nico. Actually, Chicago is all the way up on the other side of the court here, just looking to body out some players and try to set up something for AJ. But Nico and Rapid are ready for it. Nico is one of the most brawliest brawlers of the dunk house. They're going to be ready for that physical play. That's going to be a shot. That's actually going to be on target to the back corner, saved by Chicago. Trading blows here down to center, to neutral. Nico, backboard. Rapid is all the way in the back, looking for boost. AJ now, contact, Chicago. Does get a demo, but that's going to be not really coming to too much here. Shot opportunity, Nico contorts the car for an early lead.
Nico, from the grave, respawns, gets the quick boost, and comes all the way down the court to score that one. Even the demolitions don't even phase him. He's able to counter it so quickly. And here we have a friendship kickoff, so let's see if they end up taking it. It looks like neither team will opt to do so. For those of you that may not be as well versed in ranked hoops terminology, the friendship kickoff is when you align in the center under the net, and one player bumps the other one forward. It's an efficient way, if done correctly, an efficient way to get to the ball quicker, win the face-off. But, maybe the professional players don't really know the hoops niche kickoffs as well, so neither opting to go for it there. We'll see if that ends up becoming a factor in later games when we have 2 prominent hoops players teamed up and going for those kickoffs.
3:38, game number 3. Will there be a sweep in our first series? Chicago and AJ certainly want to extend it, but the scoreline says otherwise. Rapid's going to get on top of this one, and Chicago can't get underneath. And this is kind of, this is what we're looking at the prowess inside the dunk house, just knowing these angles. Rapid touches it up, and he's actually just playing the block. Chicago doing everything they can underneath to kind of try to get that one back out. But 2-0 currently. We're going to have to see something from Chicago and AJ in the last 3:28 here, because their tournament life is on the line.
Yeah, and they're, in the hole too now. They have allowed an insurance goal for Ice Bank myself, and it's going to be a tough hole to dig themselves out of. But if there's anyone that can do it here, it's AJ and Chicago, two very highly skilled, very mechanical players, and they put that on display in game 2. But I think they just need to find a way that they can, get that space, get those opportunities, and they've done well early in this game to get those demos and try to open up that space. But it hasn't played to their benefit all that much. They haven't had any opportunities to get one on the board, but. Here might be an opportunity as it's in the orange corner. AJ trying to pop it up. Challenged by Rapid and sent wide.
Nico's going to continue the attack. Chicago out of the corner, and now Rapid to turn. Over to the right side. That's going to be back towards center. Chicago, opportunity. Flips over the top. No, not quite. AJ was actually trying to get through, I think. Gets demoed by Rapid. Insult to injury. Tries to pop the ball out. And the orange team here doing everything they can to get this ball cleared out. Chicago for another touch. AJ is up in the air. Nico now, is there another touch from them? There's a second, there's a third, but it's not dangerous. Speaking of danger, Chicago over to the right side, full boost. AJ is there. Also with boost, Nico up for it, looking for the challenge, and AJ can't get underneath in time. 2:13 here. Look at the pressure. They're just not able to get this on target. Nico is going to disrupt the offense. That might be finally on target. It sinks down. First blood for the orange team here in game 3.
That is an absolutely critical goal for Chicago, beating Rapid cleanly there in the corner and getting it up over the net into the goal. It comes at a perfect time. They have plenty of time to tie this one up, send it to overtime, maybe even take the lead, but they have a long way to go still. And I think that what I've been thinking before is that I really had, been waiting for an opportunity to see AJ in the dunk house because he's a very mechanical player. We've seen that on display. And I just want to see maybe if he gets another opportunity. He's been getting some crazy flip resets opportunities. Maybe if he had played hoops just a little bit more and understood, where the hoop is in context to the rest of the court, then he might have made that previous shot that we saw. But it might just come into a lack of experience. But either way, we're in the thick of it now. If there is no goal scored by phase 2, then Ice Bank myself will take this series cleanly. But Nico trying to dunk and AJ trying to counter that opportunity, not letting them skate with the sweep. They're going to need to find an answer here and quick.
It's going to be over to the left side now. Defensive zone for blue. Exactly where the orange team needs the ball to be here to try to equalize in game 3 and keep themselves alive. Nico, pinch off the near side rim. AJ is lurking underneath Rapid here. Chicago's going to come up on offensive rotation for the 50. It's a really solid 52. Completely blocks out Rapid. AJ's up for this one. Rapid keeps it underneath. Not a lot of boost. Pops it up for the teammate. Chicago's already on rotation. Now back to the right side. AJ over the top of the ball. Nico with open real estate. You better believe they're going to score that one. 3-1, 46 seconds in game 3.
Yeah, you really don't want to see no defender in net and Nico popping that ball up on your backboard because you know that one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to tap that into your net or he's going to fake and it's just going to fall in the front of your net and you're going to fly through the air looking like a goofball. So option 1 happened in that case. He gets a great dunk, gets the insurance goal back, and we're back to a 2-goal deficit with only 40 seconds to play. Phase 2, they're going to need to start feeling desperation. They're going to need to put the pedal to the metal here, and AJ defended well by Rapid. Chicago now having to clean up the scraps, gets a nice tap off the rim. AJ's up, challenged by Rapid and sent wide.
20 seconds to go. Is there hope here for the Chicago AJ combo? For phase 2, Rapid underneath just slams it home. You gotta think there isn't hope now. 15 seconds, 3-goal lead, 4-1 here. And I think myself is looking so good in the dunk house today. They were commenting, we were able to talk to them a little bit pre-match, and they were mentioning they were feeling really warmed up, feeling really good about today, even after some slight mishaps in the previous day's bracket. But clearly, they were speaking truth, Liquor Bagels. They are looking absolutely incredible today. And bodes, I mean, if you're another team in this tournament right now, you better be nervous. Almost another one goes through. It'll touchdown here, and the game goes 3-0.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised. I thought that after seeing that game 2, we would be able to see a bit of a stronger showing in game number 3. But Chicago and AJ just not able to get the job done, unfortunately. It was a great series, but it will fall to Rapid and Nico, so they will be advancing. And before we get off this screen, I just want to shout out Mr. Swaggles, who put in so much effort to if you guys look at the top of the overlay next to the names, he designed the phase 2 combination of, you know, AJ being on FaZe, Chicago being on G2, the FaZe 2 logo he created himself. So shout out to Mr. Swaggles. And we can see the other side, the ice bank. He's got an ice, a bank, a mice, and an elf. So just insane graphic design work from Mr. Swaggles. Shout out to him. But, you know, what a match it was. And we got many more to come. So stick around, folks.